I would like to welcome Swati. Swati comes with 17 plus years of experience. She is founder and lead director of Step One and Step Ahead. And she's leading and managing the application development, and also support and maintaining the project. She delivered around 100 plus software projects in multiple domains. So without any further delay, I would like to call Swati. Please take control and maybe help us to go through the topic which you have. It's an interesting topic of digital transformation using robotic text automation. And people who, if you would like to know more about Swati, there's a link is there. I'll put it in the chat. You can go through that. So over to you, Swati. Please take a control and.
Thank you so much, Sujay. Thank you so much. And thanks to our ATA GTR for giving me this opportunity. Okay, let's start. So my topic is robotic test automation. And currently you are seeing there are many employees or many organization needs the automation tester. But because of the coding.
Swati, sorry to cut you, but if you can just hide that small thing, there's something stop sharing and hide button. So just to give.
Yeah, you can see?
Good. Yes,
Okay.
perfect. Thanks.
Okay.
Sorry.
So there will be like many organization will be needing the automation tester, and because of like coding language, coding knowledge is not there. Many people are not able to go into testing. So here the tweak is like robotic test automation don't need any type of coding, and how it is beneficial, how the robotic test automation era will be there next like maybe 10 to 15 years down the line. And according to Gartner, it will be 20 years the robotics will be there in IT industry, and it will boom like a AI and the combination of robotics. So let's see how easy it is and how it will be. So this is the scriptless automation by using robotic test automation. So here is the agenda. First, we will see what is automation testing, then advantages of robotic test automation, traditional automation versus the robotic test automation, and we are going to see the automation process. As well as the good news is like we are going to see one robotic test automation actual use case, how easy it is. You will learn today one use case and you will automate your test case after this session. So that is the main point or main agenda of this session. The next one is the we will go to the journey of automation. So what is automation testing? Most of all, you know what is automation testing, what is the use of automation testing, but just to brush up the things, the automation testing refers to uses as automation tool to execute any test suite. So for regression testing, we will be using the automation. So let's take one example, and with that we will go ahead so that everyone will get connected towards that. So in a banking platform or in a banking domain, suppose the one project is there which is the core banking function, and all the test cases are maybe 2500 test cases are there which we need to run again and again. So for this, instead of going into manual testing, we should go for the automation. But again, in the automation, there should be one strategy, there should be approach, and the scope of testing should be defined properly. Then only we can win the automation testing. Otherwise, early automation or the application which is not suitable for automation cannot be automated, and that is not giving the good ROI. So this is related to automation testing, and the ROI is also matters a lot for our client. So we, as an automation tester, we need to think about the ROI of the client so that it will be win situation for both, like for us as well as for the client. So these are some automation testing benefits. First is the 70% faster than the manual testing. Definitely, for this, efforts will be needed in the start to develop the automation script or automation test suite. But afterwards, it will be just running the test cases or test suite in the automation. The consistency will be there. It will be like time and cost will be saved. Early to market will be there. Then there will be a test frequently. We need to Automator Suite, which is the compatible for all browsers. So that is the good choice or low hanging fruit for automation. So such condition, such benefits are already there related to automation. It increases the efficiency and human intervention is not required. We can run this automation suite anytime. So that's the main era of automation, and it improves the accuracy and it improves the cost saving. So that is the two main benefits for the automation. So here are some robotic test automation benefits. Robot will work 24/7 all day, all day, depending upon the all time zone. So this is the many company needs, or zero infrastructure cost. Robot don't need to be placed on your premises. It can be the cloud, and one robot can handle multiple applications. So how we are going to see in this today's session how easy it is without code, how to do automation, how the risk compliance reporting will be, the scalability in the case, like suppose there are 2000 test cases we have already automated on one organization, in one environment, on one robot. So suppose there are 4000 test cases now we need to execute, or the 2000 test case we need to execute with the multiple permutation combination of the data. In this case, robot needs to work maybe 2 days, but if we need to increase the size of the robot, for example, there is one robot, now the second robot comes into picture, we don't have to train that robot, we just have to do the scalability, where like we need to paste the robot code on the second robot and do some kind of testing, and it will be like running and giving the productive output. So that is the main reason the robotic test automation is advantageous for the clients. So this is the automation testing process. Defining the goals, then we need to plan the test approach, selecting the automation framework, then we need to select the tool, we need to see which test cases, which design, or like which test cases we need to execute, then maintaining the script. So this is the actual automation testing process. And in case of robotic test automation as well, the testing process, the automation testing process remains the same. Only the catch is no code, and like without code automation, scriptless automation will be possible, and the time to market, TAT, is 50% more than the normal generic automation. So we need to define the scope of automation. The features which are important for the business are firstly automated, then technical feasibility we need to check, the complexity of the test cases, very important point, then the scenarios which are having large amount of data and not feasible to execute manually needs to be automated, the ability to use the same test case for the cross browser. So compatibility testing is the good case for the automation. Which type of test cases we can automate and we cannot automate. So first we will see which type of test case we can automate. So huge number of test cases which are performed manually, repetitive test cases, the high priority test cases where risk of human errors is there, then large number of project which is like every release, after every iteration, the test cases automation suite needs to be run. So that is very important. Then multi-language. So there are different language test cases, but the workflow or the flow is same. In that case, we can use the automation. As I said earlier, cross-browser is the good case for the automation. And the same feature again and again we are running with the multiple data permutation combination. There we can automate our test cases. So here are some test cases which are not feasible to automate or which will not give a good ROI. So test cases which are newly designed and not executed manually once, we cannot automate that, because in this case, the object on screen can be changed or the properties of object can be changed, and because of that, our automation suite is not able to run afterwards. So we need to see like these test cases should executed manually once, and these are not newly designed test cases. test cases for which requirements are changing frequently. So change requests are coming in that module or in that particular application. So if the change requests impact is more and impact is more on different types of module, integrated module, then these type of test cases we cannot these are not good candidate for automate. We can definitely automate, but these are not good candidate test cases which are not executed ad hoc, which are executed on ad hoc basis. So the test cases are not defined properly. These are the ad hoc test cases. We are just doing monkey testing maybe, or the ad hoc testing where the test cases are not there for the business scenario. So these type of test cases are not feasible to automate. So this is the traditional automation and versus the robotic test automation. You can see here the traditional automation is having some kinds of code, some kind of classes, then there will be functions, different type of functions. So any code will be required this type of knowledge or this type of knowledge related to coding. But you can see here the robotic test automation is just like a workflow. So you have to drag from here and drop that object here, and you can use that object, and this workflow will be created, and this workflow will be carried out your testing. So how to do that is the question in your mind now. So let's see how to do this. So this is a test case of the login functionality. We are going to just see the simple test case of login functionality where you can just use your username, password, and login to Amazon link. And after that, the robot will do this testing and give you the result. So how simple it is, let's see. So this is a video I have captured actually because of time shortage. I'm not able to show you actual demonstration. So this is the video captured just now, just before some time today. So now we can see here the actual canvas of the particular tool where we are going to do the testing. So now we will be just creating one sequence. Sequence is the workflow or the where we are going to train our robot is the sequence. And according to the sequence, we are going to tell our robot where to go, where to click, what to give as an input, for example, username, password. So now I am using a kill process activity. So these are the activities which we are going to use. So kill process is the activity which will kill the browser, whatever browser is open, because if I'm carrying out my test case and if the browser is already open, so it is not going to work. So that's the reason how easily I have just drag drop and kill the process of the Internet Explorer. Next is the open browser. So I'm just dragging and dropping the open browser activity, and I'm providing the URL for the Amazon, where the Amazon is the URL which I am going to open in my test case, and I'm going to check the availability of the username and password and signing in functionality of the Amazon. So now I'm just I have opened the browser. So open browser activity I have used and it's done. So then I'm going into the Amazon website, and now I'm checking just the website is open and the element is exist on that particular website, because if the robot needs to understand which type of element should the robot should catch. So that's the reason we have to train our robot. We have to give our robot the instruction. Now the click activity I have used, so that robot will click on that particular icon of the Amazon here. And now I'm using the sign in button click activity so that robot will click on sign in. So just like that, these are the activities: click, open browser, kill process. So these are the activities just I'm dragging and dropping on my canvas and I'm using. So now robot will click on sign in because I told you robot to click on sign in. So that's the reason robot will click on sign in, and then robot will go ahead. Hello? Robot will go ahead and do the testing for us. So now you can see here, like the sign in button is captured here. So just like that, you can create the entire workflow, and entire workflow can be created by using just drag and drop into the canvas, and just providing a few information, few related information to the robot. So now you can see here we are capturing the username field, where the robot will fill the username and robot will fill the given input to the robot. So now I am providing the input here. You can provide that in the Excel sheet, and different type of login can be checked. So for using different type of data, multiple permutation combination data, we can use that. So I'm just forwarding it because of the time shortage. So after this is everything is done, we will just provide same like for the password. So for password also, the click and drag and drop activity we have used, and type into password. We have to type that password here, and then we have to click on the login button. So this is the entire workflow we have created. That's it. So now robot will do whatever instruction you have passed, and our first test case is ready. Our first test case for login functionality for the automation or robotic test automation is ready. So now after this is ready, we can just go and run this test case. So how to do that?
Hello.
Someone, I don't know,
Yeah.
some voice is there.
Swati, I'm okay. Yeah. Cool. Thanks. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Swati.
So now we are just capturing the different kind of information related to. Just a second, let me, because the time is shortage, so let me go through directly. Okay. So here we will be capturing the information related to expected result and the actual result. So what is the expected result and what is the actual result, you already know as a tester. So we are here comparing our robot, we are giving the robot the opportunity to compare the expected result and the actual result, so that the robot will go and execute that entire test case and pitch that actual result what is there, and it will compare that expected and actual and give the result if the test case is pass or test case is fail. So that's it we have to do, and we can just run the test case after that, and the robot is now executing the test case. Let me show you where the robot is executing the actual test case, so that you will get the idea. So now we have run the test case, and robot is executing the test case. Robot will go into sign in. Robot will check the sign in is already there. If yes, then robot will do the sign out and do the provide the username, password, everything, and robot will do the login. And for this robotic test automation, see now the robot is working, robot is providing all the information. So that's it. Like in 10 minutes, we can design our own automation test case by using robotic test automation without any coding. So coding is not needed here. So that's the catch. That is the robotics plus point, or the era, whatever, like it will be there in future, and now it's getting started. So you can see here one test case we have executed, and the second question may be in your mind, how to execute this directly from somewhere where we can schedule it, or we can just give the information to the robot that robot has to work on this particular time or 4 o'clock in the morning. So where to do that? So that is also important part. So let me show you the orchestrator, where the orchestra we need to give all the information to the robot. So this is the orchestrator where we need to give the information to robot. We have to select the packages. We have to give the robot where the actual test cases should be. So this is the orchestrator where we can connect the robot. We can have this robot running. So now you can see here the first test case which we have developed is getting run, and it's showing running. That means it is running in the background. Robot is running this test case, and after completion robot will do the expected and actual result calculations and see it is matching or not. And if it is matching, then it will say that test case is passed, and if it is not matching, it will say the test case is failed. So that's it. Like we don't have to know about the coding. We don't have to know about like the functions, variables, anything. So it is just simple as that. So you can see here, it is just now I have run that from the orchestrator, and orchestrator from orchestrator robot is running, and robot is showing the same test case is running by the robot. So we can schedule that test case according to your time, according to your preference. So suppose the bank wants the bank reconciliation process related test cases to be executed in the night of 3 a.m., then it is possible. If it is the different time zone, US time zone, or it is the UK time zone, any time zone, we don't have to wake up. The robot will work for us. So that's it from my side. I think it's 2:40 already, so 10 minutes I'm keeping for Q&A session. So if you are having any query related to this, you can ask, and from my side I'm done. So
thanks, thanks Swati. We have a lot of questions on the Slido. Let me. The first question which we got is from Gaurav. He's asking why we said no infrastructure is needed. Can any software run without infrastructure?
no. So in this case, I'm talking about the infrastructure in a particular company or organization. So the RPA or robotic test automation provider like us, we can provide the infrastructure, that is the AWS, and from there we can run the robot. So client, suppose some bank wants to execute 1,000 test cases, they don't have to worry about that infrastructure. So it can be directly from the provider and it can run. So that's the reason, like, no infrastructure for that particular client will be needed.
Okay. Okay. Hope that answers your question, Gaurav. The other question which a couple of guys has asked is about the tool which you were showing. Is this tool is open source?
So let me read the question and directly answer, so that it will save our time. So is this tool is open source? Yes, for one license it is open source tool. You can learn that companies can use, but more than one license and the orchestrator which I have shown, in that case they have to like pay. A client have to pay for this, and this is not a open source tool. So in one license you can use that as open source. So that's it. For learning purpose, no, like you don't have to pay anything. Yes, it is. Mobile testing can be done by this application. So API testing, mobile testing, database testing, any type of testing can be done by using this application. So that is possible. Then what is why it is called as robot? It is codeless and things can be done via drag and drop. Would like to understand why the word robot. Okay, so you heard about Gaurav, if you heard about robotic process automation. So in this robotic process automation, the same type of tools are getting used, and it is called as robotic process automation. In that same tool, they have provided the testing related things, and it is called as robotic test automation, because this is very simple. And as I'm saying, like this is the robotics way, or the infrastructure or the framework they are using, the architecture they are using, it is called as robotics. That's the reason it is known as robotic test automation. You can you have heard about like you have heard about the robot framework in Selenium. So why it is called as robot? So there are some things which are which are used in that particular framework, and that's the reason they are called as robot. Just like that, this is robotic test automation. No brainer. Next one is the, can you share the tool link so that, yeah, definitely you can like link, you can ping me on LinkedIn. Maybe I can give you more information related to that, because this 30 minutes I cannot provide all the information. Still I have given my time, and like in short, I have provided more information to you guys so that you can get what is it. So you can ping me on LinkedIn. It is already there on the advertisement. Can you please share the link? Any other question you can see?
Yeah, there's one more question from a couple of questions from Gaurav, but you can have, because we still have 4 minutes to go.
Yeah.
So can we
Gaurav, can we see the steps as full flow will become a big diagram which would be difficult to understand? No, it is not difficult to understand. Definitely, I can show you. Let me, that is the last question, right? Let me show him the diagram so that it will not a big diagram. It will be a small workflow depending upon your test case. So can I share my screen for 2 minutes?
Yeah, please.
That he can see. So you can see here the upper side only the login related and password related workflow is there, and this is that's it. Like you can guess 5 or 6 steps related to one test case. So it is not a big workflow which you need to create. We need to define our scope, or we need to define our strategy so that we will be having small test cases and we will be executing that. So it will be easy for maintenance as well. In case of change request, it is easy, and in case of impact analysis also it is easy. So small test cases we can create here. Is there any question, Sujay? No, I think, Sujay, are you there?
Sorry, I was talking on mute. Let me share my screen. There's one last question again from
No,
Gaurav.
I can see chats here. So Gaurav, I cannot see Gaurav question. Let me see.
Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Anyways, I'll take a hold of take the screen sharing again. So the one last question we can take. Okay, I think it has been removed. So he was asking, do we need any? Is there any risk of about compliance reporting? The tool can take care.
Yeah, everything related to security and compliance reporting, password related thing, encryption, description of password, everything can be taken care by the tool, and it's a very powerful tool for the compliance. Most of the banks already started using this. Most of the financial organization and the insurance companies already using this. So it is a compliance tool.
Okay, cool.
Great.
So yeah,
Thank
I think,
you so much, Sujay, for this opportunity. And thank you so much, guys, for joining and listening to me for 30 minutes. And it will be definitely useful for your future, I guess. And if you have any query, you can just contact me on LinkedIn, or I'll give you my number and then we can talk definitely. Happy learning.
Yeah, thanks, Swati. So once again, thanks from our side as well.